Shivananda Vani. Today, Mahapurush Maharaj will be talking about Buddha's determination, struggles of the Master's disciples, hankering for God, taking refuge, for one's own salvation and for the good of the world, proper conduct for a monk. Now, these are the topics that Mahapurush Maharaj will be discussing today. Hope you're enjoying our episodes. Please do stay tuned to Devakshar, like and share our videos, and subscribe to our channel. So, we will start our today's reading. One must have diligence, Mahapurush Maharaj is saying. One must have diligence so long as one has the notion of ego. Why have you become a monk? And why have you cut off all the family ties? It is all for the realization of God. It is as a result of the merits earned in your previous lives and out of the grace of God that you have entered this order of the Master and found shelter under him. Especially, it is the Master who has arranged for your stay in close proximity to us. Nothing has arranged for your stay in, nothing can be more regretful or regrettable if, even after getting all these facilities, you should miss the chief aim of life. Make your mind very strong. With his name on your lips, he who is the savior of all sinners, you have started to cross this ocean of the world. Now, it will not do to be disconcerted by the sight of a rather high wave and take your hands off the rudder. These are but terror conjured up by the cosmic Maya. With these, she tests the sincerity of the aspirant. When such things cannot disturb the aspirant's mind, when he remains like Mount Sumeru, uncompromising in his determination in spite of such disturbances, then the Great Mother becomes happy and blesses you and opens the gate of liberation. When she is pleased, everything is attained. In the Chandi, it is stated, it is she herself who becomes the cause of people's liberation when she is favorably disposed. Have you not read in the life of Buddha what kind of terror she faced Buddha himself with in the form of Mara? But Buddha remained in his seat with unflinching determination, and he made the resolve, may my body shrivel up on this very seat, may my skin, bone, flesh be reduced to nothing, but my body shall not move away from here without attaining that enlightenment which seldom comes to a man during innumerable births. What a strong resolution it was! As long last, Mother became blessing. She opened the doors of Nirvana, and Buddha had his wish fulfilled. He became Buddha, the enlightened one. The same thing occurred in the life of the Master as well. That is why I say, my son, that you should be up and doing. Engage yourself in spiritual practices with firm determination. It will not do to give up japa and meditation under the simple excuse that your mind does not settle down to these. Look at our own lives. The life of each one of Master's disciple is an ideal of strenuous spiritual endeavors. Just consider what hard struggles had to be gone through by Maharaj, Hari Maharaj, Yogin Maharaj, each one of them, and yet they had untold blessings from the Master, who was none other than the incarnation of this age. He had the power to grant the knowledge of Brahman by his mere wish, and he could merge one into samadhi by a single touch. Yet, what hard spiritual practice he made us all go through. When God is favorable, the path of spiritual practice itself becomes easy. All obstacles are removed. God looks at one's heart. He takes note of one's sincerity. He reveals himself whenever one supplicates him with earnestness and tears in the eyes. This revelation of himself out of pity is his grace. He is ever free and independent. Can he be under the dictates of any man's spiritual practice that he should reveal himself as a result of a certain amount of japa or a certain period of meditation or a certain measure of voluntary hardship? It cannot be so. Spiritual practice actually means a hankering for him alone, a longing for him alone by discarding this world, forgetting all thoughts of name and fame, physical comfort, and even one's own existence, and having no anxiety about lives here or hereafter, or about anything else. God will reveal himself out of his mercy to one who wants him in such a way. Man can see him just because he wants to reveal himself out of his infinite mercy. This is his grace. Had he not revealed himself out of his mercy, how could man ever have seen him? Not only does he love his devotees, but he is a very ocean of compassion. Our only hope is that we have been blessed by you, said the attendant. You will certainly do whatever conduces to our real good. Now that you have granted shelter, you can never deny us. The Master is a great lover of those who take shelter in him, said Mahapurush Maharaj. He protects those who take refuge in him. Out of that, one has to grow out of it and take refuge in him. One has no fear of getting drowned in the sea of the world if the Master takes one by the hand even once only. In the Chandi it is stated, people who have been granted shelter by thee have no danger of fear, for those who take refuge in thee become themselves a refuge for others. Hold on to the Master with all your being. He will snap the bondage of the world. Those who have taken refuge in the Master, believing him to be the only resort, those who have been taken under our care, should entertain no doubts about liberation. They will have it as a matter of course. That is our responsibility, and we shall see to it fulfillment. There can be no doubt that the Master will lead everyone by the hand at the last moment. But spiritual practices are not meant for the sake of mere liberation. Realize God through spiritual practice even in this life and be free even while in this body. Call on Him with the utmost earnestness. Repeat His name with all sincerity and get absorbed in Him through and through. Then you will enjoy the bliss that belongs to one who is free even while in this body. Besides, the organization set up by Swamiji has a meaning of its own. He has entrusted a very heavy responsibility to each one who has found his place in this order. Each monk and each brahmachari has mound his life of renunciation and spiritual practice. So, all have to mold their lives according to spiritual practices and renunciation in such an ideal way as to make each life a fit instrument for the propagation of the holy life that the Master led, so that the whole world may come to know this holy order of his. Nay, so that it may recognize the Master through each member of the order. Swamiji's declaration was, for one's own salvation and for the good of the world. Real good will be done to the world when the liberation and universal message of the Master is propagated everywhere. And that task he has entrusted to this whole order. Talking about the life of a monk, Mahapurushji said one day, a monk must leave his bed very early. He should not sleep after 3 or 4 a.m. Why should a monk sleep after that? We have seen the Master waking up at 3 a.m. and repeating the name of God. A monk should bathe early and engage himself in meditation and concentration of mind after the bath. He should not sit for his meal just after the bath. Eating just after the bath is a practice followed by ordinary people. Why should the monk also behave that way? His demeanor, his talk, and every other thing should be different. They should all be simple and sincere, charming and divine. Why should a monk have money? He must depend entirely on God. The master there is to look after him. A monk should have everything neat and clean about him. But that does not mean that he should be luxurious. Those who tread the path of renunciation can ill afford to be luxurious. A monk should not eat much at night. The master would say one's night meal should be very light. A monk should not neglect learning. He should read the scriptures. He should maintain good health. He should be sweet in his talk, calm and steady and gentle in his behavior. He should keep himself away from lust and lucre forever and should not even come near these. So, a monk cannot be greedy. This is about the monks, but this is also about us. Being calm, steady, quiet helps to keep a balance of the mind. Hope you all enjoyed today's episode. Do stay tuned to Devakshar, like and share our videos, and subscribe to the channel if you haven't. Comment and tell us how you think the videos are going. Thank you so much for being with us. Namaskar.